Beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, this is a very urgent message regarding I suffer not a woman to teach, part 3, I suffer not a woman to teach, part 3. This is taken from 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 to 7. This is a true saying, if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth the good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine or striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, but not covetous, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? Not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride he fall into the condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. So, beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the key word that identifies the qualifications for a minister, or in this case, a bishop, verse 1, second in sentence, is he must be a man. So the main point is, if a man desires the office of bishop, this is the King James Version Bible or the Authorized Version Bible, and the Authorized Version Bible comes from the Greek text of the Textus Receptus, or the received text. It's one of the oldest manuscripts out there, and it comes from the Protestant Reformation. And it was not tampered with by the Jesuits in 1611 to counteract the Reformation, or the Counter-Reformation Bible, the Douay Version Bible, or the NIV Version Bible of it. And so it says, if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desires the good work. And so the King James Version Bible is doctrinally infallible. It means a doctrine can make no mistakes doctrinally. So when it comes to woman's ordination, it's saying he must be a man. The headship principle also that brings out that you must be a man to hold the office of bishop is one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. Now, how can a woman be the head of a household if it's not her role to be the head of a household? Ephesians 5:22 says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. So in the home, a wife is in subjection to her husband, and so it's not right or fit for a woman to serve as a pastor, because she's not supposed to subject her husband to herself. She's supposed to be in submission to her husband in the home. So just like the church is saying that a bishop must be the head of a home so he can rule his own children, and biblical submission is not just over children, but it's also over the wife. So a bishop must be a man, the husband of one wife, and he must be over a home, having faithful children, not accused of right or unruly. Where do I get the word that a man should have a faithful man, not accused of right or unruly? Was I found this in Titus. Titus is right before Timothy, right after Hebrews. I'm sorry, right before Hebrews. Sorry. Titus 1:5-6 says, for this calls up I thee in Crete, that thou shouldest set in order the things that are wanting, and ordain elders in every city as I had appointed thee. If any be blameless, the husband of one wife, having faithful children, not accused of right or unruly. So in the Greek, a bishop means spiritual oversight or spiritual leader. For a bishop, elder and bishop are the same things in this context. For a bishop must be blameless as a steward of God, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine nor striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but a lover of hospitality, lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate. So that's what a bishop must be. Those are the qualifications as far as character and as far as gender. He must be a man. Also, let's turn over here to 1 Timothy chapter 2. 1 Timothy chapter 2. 1 Timothy chapter 2. Starting at verse 10. But which becometh the woman professing godliness with good works, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So this lets us know that the Bible, when it says, I suffer not a woman to teach, is saying, or I allow not, or I permit not a woman to teach, or to usurp authority of a man, but to be in silence. So the woman is not to be a spiritual leader of a man. She's supposed to learn from a man doctrinally what her duty is spiritually. How do I know women should learn from a man spiritually when it comes to doctrine? Let's go to 1 Corinthians 14, 34 and 35 to find this out. 1 Corinthians 14, 34 and 35, it says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is shameful for women to speak in the church. So, if they want to learn doctrinal subjects, they must learn it from the pastor or from their husbands, beloved. That's how women should learn in the scriptures in the last days. So I do not agree with Dr. Quace being commissioned pastor in the Adventist Church, or Kimberly Mann being a pastor in the Adventist Church, or chaplain in the Adventist Church. I do not agree with Lola Moore being a pastor in the Adventist Church. I do not agree with that lady up there who teaches biblical preaching over at Andrews. I do not agree with her being a pastor in the Adventist Church, or Brenda Billingsley as an ordained pastor in these roguing conferences that ordained them outside of General Conference mandate. They're in contrary to the General Conference mandate, and they're in apostasy, beloved, because it's going against the worldwide church vote. They're going against the General Conference brethren. They're going against the Bible and the Scripture prophecy, and they're at variance with the world church. And God will punish them in these last days for doing it, beloved. They're going to be lost, beloved. We must understand the true understanding that I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence, beloved. Now, women are equal to men. They are equal to men, but they have a supporting role to men in the home and in the church. They're in subjection to men in the home and the church. And when they have this understanding, the relationship is beautiful, because women could serve as cooking, washing dishes, vacuuming, ironing, washing clothes in the home. All these home duties she can serve in. Teaching grade school, being a math teacher, being a homeschool teacher, being a nurse, staying in those ladylike roles in these last days, those servant roles, while men serve as police officers, doctors, ministers, firefighters, all the male roles. If we have it makes a wonderful relationship in society. Could jive nicely. But if women step out of the roles, Sister Wire says in Testimony Church 5:3, presumption to become restless modern Eves, and they destroy the beautiful relationship that God has designed in the home, in the church, and in society. God bless you. We're nothing, beloved.